So a guy threw a banana at Adam Jones. The Los Angeles Dodgers are flipping hot right now, and 11-5-0 is back from St. Louis. So those are the topics I'm going to be covering in this video. But first, let me say one thing. I'm sick, and that's why I sound like I have a freaking burrito stuffed up my nose. I don't know why I said burrito, but I did. So that is for that reason. St. Louis got me sick. God damn it. No, but let me set up the gameplay for you. St. Louis Cardinals versus Chicago Cubs. I was fortunate enough to go and see this game, actually. And I got to see Lance Lynn pitch. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of his best outings. He had a little bit of trouble with his control. And the Cubs actually put the whooping on the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Cardinals obviously lost. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, the Cubs may have something going here. Junior Lake is a beast, by the way. He's a good fielder. He has a pretty good arm. And his average was like 330, so I'm excited to watch this young guy play. But it also reminded me that the rest of the Cubs lineup sucks, except for Rizzo and Castro. So, but anyway, okay. So let's start by talking about the fan in San Francisco who threw a banana at Adam Jones. Now, obviously, a lot of people are going to be saying, wow, this is a racism thing and stuff. And people are so sensitive about that type of stuff. In my personal opinion, I saw what he said, the fan who came forward and said, hey, it was me who threw the banana at the guy. Stupid, but whatever. So he came forward because he wants his 15 minutes of fame, and he said that apparently it was just a random thing. He just grabbed something and threw it onto the field, and it just happened to be a banana, and it happened to be aimed in the direction of Adam Jones. Now, Adam Jones doesn't believe that. Adam Jones tweeted and said, well, you know, this is a racist thing, and people are so ignorant right now, and it's really sad to see this. Alright, it is, I mean, in my personal opinion, I feel like this guy who threw the banana is a freaking immature person. Okay, obviously, us as baseball fans are so fortunate that we get to be so close to these players. A lot of times there are fences in between. If you look at some stadiums where there's some soccer stadiums around the world, there are fences, literally fences, because people can't get that close to the action. In football, there's like a huge wall, not literally, there's a wall, and there's also like a lot of space, like a track kind of thing around the field, so you're not really that close to the players as much as you could be. And in basketball, you're pretty close, but at the end of the day, there's security all over the place. Baseball, we are very fortunate to be able to, if you get right down like toward the outfield wall, you can really get to be close to Matt Holliday or players like that. So we're very fortunate to have that opportunity. I mean, obviously security is in place, but it's not as strict as in other sports. So I feel like people just need to really step back and be like, and really realize just how fortunate we are to have the opportunity to be close to these superstars. And we shouldn't abuse that by throwing things onto the field, running onto the field, streaking, trying to get your 10 seconds of fame and stuff like that. We should just sit back and be fortunate, like I said. Do I think it's a racist thing? I don't think it is. I mean, he just grabbed something and he threw it onto the field. It was an immature act, definitely. But, I mean, if he had thrown like a freaking, what is it? What do they sell in San Francisco? I don't know. What do you guys eat over there? Probably like some vegetarian dish or something like that. I consider them very preppy and stuff. So if we had thrown like a freaking vegetarian quiche, there it is, a vegetarian quiche onto the field, then nothing would have happened, you know. So I don't think it was a racist thing. I think he just grabbed something and threw it, and it happened to be a banana, and it happened to be toward Adam Jones. But again, he is an immature douchebag, so whatever. He wouldn't be someone that I would chill with, to say the least. All right. So let's talk about the Dodgers. They're hot right now. I actually was able to watch the Dodgers versus the St. Louis Cardinals game, and the Dodgers absolutely put a whooping on the St. Louis Cardinals. Yasiel Puig is a beast. I mean, there's nothing that I can say that would justify him not being a beast. He literally was able to leg out a triple from a double, okay? It should have been a double, but he was able to leg out a triple. He's fast, he has power, he has a great arm. He's amazing to watch, he's exciting to watch. I really wanted to boo him, but I couldn't because he just kept, like, doing amazing things, and I was like, God damn it, Puig, you know? So, unfortunately, but if the Dodgers, I don't see anyone really competing with them. The only team that I thought would be competing with them in the NL was the Cardinals because of their offensive powers, right? They got Holliday, they got Freese, they got Craig, and they got Beltran. John Jay is getting hot as well. So I really, and Carpenter obviously at the top of their lineup. So I really thought that team could compete with the Dodgers, but the Dodgers just totally put a whooping on them in that series. And the Dodgers, they just have, I mean, their pitching is getting around. Their offense is starting to click. They don't even have Hanley Ramirez in the lineup yet. Okay, he obviously came in, gave them a boost, but then he got hurt and left. And he'll be back. So once you get all the pieces together, I don't see anyone being able to contain this offense, especially with their power pitching that they have with Kershaw and Greinke actually turning it around a little bit. This team is unbelievable. At least in the, I would even go as far to say they are the best team in baseball at this point. They put a team together that will be a championship contender without Puig. And then if you add Puig in there, who's a superstar in the making, arguably one of the best players in the NL, now that Matt Kemp is hurt. Sorry, Matt Kemp, I gotta say it, man. Then you gotta say that maybe this team is unbeatable, and maybe we should be thinking about them having a possible dynasty. Yes, I'm throwing that word around. All right, let me know in the comments what you guys think about those two stories. But now it is time to talk about San Luis, baby. St. Louis. So I went to St. Louis for 5 days. Maybe 4, I don't remember. It's all a blur. For a good thing. But the city was awesome. It's really nice. I went to baseball games. I went to the Dodgers and the Cardinals game. The Cardinals lost. And I went to the Cardinals and the Cubs game, and the Cardinals lost again. So it was kind of frustrating to see that. But one thing I can say about St. Louis is you guys love your Cardinals. Everywhere I went, people were wearing Cardinal gear. It was something that I've never seen before. I've never seen a city that loves their baseball team as much as you guys do. That's awesome. It really made me feel like I was living. That's funny. It really made me feel like I was in a baseball bubble or something, which was amazing because I'm a huge baseball fan. So it was really cool to see that. I went to the zoo, the free zoo. It's awesome because it's free, and the amount of stuff that's in there is unbelievable. I was able to see the lions, the tigers, the bears. Oh my! I was able to see the monkeys, the penguins. I wanted to go on the little kiddie train, but no one else wanted to go on the little kiddie train with me, so I didn't get to go on the little kiddie train. But I walked around. We walked around there. That was amazing. We were sweating freaking bullets because St. Louis, for some reason, is the hottest city that I've ever been to. I can't live there, but it's so bad because everyone else was like looking at us like, yo, you freaking freaks, like, why are you guys sweating? You guys are used to it, right? We're not used to it. So we go down there, we're freaking sweating like crazy, which was embarrassing, but that happened. And then we also went to the Arch. I didn't go up in the Arch because I didn't want to pay that much money, even though it's only $15. But $15 can buy you a used game, bruh. So I didn't want to pay $15. But I went underneath the Arch. I took pictures of that. What else did we do? We stayed our first night that we were there. We actually stayed at a hotel. And I'm not going to put the hotel on blast, but the hotel was freaking disgusting. We pull up, and there's, like, prostitutes outside. There's crack deals going on in the back. We go into our room. There's, like, bed bugs, cockroaches everywhere. Nothing's clean. The bathtub freaking has throw up in it. It's the most disgusting thing. We were debating actually sleeping in our car as opposed to sleeping in that room. But we bought Lysol, and we sprayed it down, and it all worked out. I actually think that place got me sick because ever since that room I'm sick now, but whatever. So yeah, that happened, which was disgusting. We got pulled over on that same night because we were trying to look for food because we were hungry, and we got pulled over by the cops, and they were like, you looked a little bit suspicious. And we were like, what do you mean we looked a little bit suspicious, bro? And then they were like, well, like, where you going, who you talking to, blah, blah, blah. Me and Marcos, we know how to deal with this, obviously, so we were kind of like saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. My brother, on the other hand, was like, what do you mean you pulled us over? We got our rights. He's freaking pulling out a freaking, like, protester or hippie shit, and he's, like, trying to piss him off and, like, fighting for his rights and stuff, and we're like, yo, man, you really need to shut up, man. We really don't want to deal with this right now. But at the end, we just got off with, like, please don't be looking suspicious. Sorry about looking suspicious. What else happened? We saw a kidnapping. We saw a kidnapping in broad daylight at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys have to be the most hoodest city that people are doing kidnappings at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We were driving down, I think it was Washington Avenue, and there's a park on the left-hand side, and there's this guy sitting there, minding his own business, you know, just enjoying the day, and then these guys jump out of the car and beat him up and take him away in a van. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? Everyone else is walking by, driving by, not even noticing it, okay? We're like freaking out. We're like, yo, we gotta tell the cops, blah, blah, blah. The cop drove right by the shit. so that was pretty crazy. We also were fortunate enough to see Cristiano Ronaldo. He was in town. Real Madrid was playing Inter Milan, and we camped out in front of his hotel. Don't be judging us. He's the best player in the world, but we slept in our car, in the car outside of his hotel. The security kicked us out of there. We went to a residential area. Someone called the cops on us, so we had to move out of that place. We tried to sleep in Denny's, but we couldn't sleep in Denny's either. So we literally stayed up for like 36 hours just to get a glimpse of him. We did get a glimpse of him. He waved to us, made our flipping year, y'all. So, like I said, don't be judging us. And it's crazy because at like 4 a.m. in the morning, we were like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? We are grown men standing waiting for the glimpse of Cristiano Ronaldo. But hey, it was all worth it in the end. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, the amount of money that you guys have been fortunate to receive from the videos, from you guys watching, from you guys commenting, has made it possible for me to go to these games. As I said, that is the money that I'm using to go to these baseball games and get you guys footage. So it's awesome. Would I go back to St. Louis? Sure. If someone were to freaking bring a fan and shit, because that place is hot as hell. Literally hot as hell. Thank you for watching my player videos. By the way, I'm not dead. Okay, I'm not dead. Where do you guys think I should go next? Detroit, possibly? 11510, write in the comments. I'm out.